Hey guys, Matt Craftaturf and welcome back to Dream Daddy, a dad dating simulator. Last time, we went on a date with Craig, and now we're going back to Dad Book, which is apparently a blank screen. That's fine.
Welcome. You got dads.
I love that so much. Okay, so, yeah, last time we went on a date with Craig, and he totally kissed our foreheads. There's definitely some sexual tension there. There was no hand holding like there was with Matt and Hugo. So we definitely have some sort of sexual tension with at least 4 of the dads. But we haven't been on a date with Robert yet, but I think I might want to save that for another episode. Today I think I want to go on our second date with Matt, just to see like how intense things start to heat up, you know? Yeah. So I'm gonna message Matt, see how things go. Instead of messaging the guy, why don't I just walk over and grab some coffee? I'm feeling really sluggish today anyway. Oh good, we're gonna go back to the coffee house. Amanda sticks her head out of her room. Father. I'm not putting that on the dad counter, but like that's really funny. Want to go to the coffee spoon? Oh, so you get called cool once and now you're the cool dad who hangs out at coffee shops and listens to neo-jazz and stuff? I like neo-jazz. Amanda, are you gonna bring your laptop and your leather-bound journal so you can work on your poetry anthology? Good lord. Look, honey, do you want me to buy you coffee or not? Let me grab my laptop and my leather-bound journal. Of course. Oh goodness, this guy is here, and it just now occurred to me how much he sort of resembles Amanda. That's frightening. Amanda and I make the short walk over to the coffee spoon. The place is quiet today, just a few people hanging out and reading books in the cozy little nooks. I walk up to the counter and see a familiar pierced face. I don't remember what voice I gave this guy, but his name's Pablo. I think it was something like, "Hey, you were the dude I yelled at a bunch the other night." Yeah, that sounds about right. Amanda casts a sideways glance at me. He tried to sell me shirts. And who might you be, miss? This is my daughter, Amanda, the person I am a father to and am very protective of. An honor to make your acquaintance. My name is Pablo. Did I mention that I make witch house music? I wouldn't call witch house music, but okay. A piercing blow to my ego, though not one that will dissuade my need to impress you. Dude, just stay away from my daughter, please. My innate dad senses tinkle. I am overwhelmed with a fatherly protective energy. I must do something to protect my child. Oh, goodness. Change the subject, defend witch house, reappropriate lines from Taken. The I will find you and I will kill you phone call. Oh, goodness. I feel like that's a bit too violent, so I'm just gonna change the subject. Anyways, Pablo, I didn't know you worked here. Yeah, man, today's my first day. Matt's still training me. Darnin'! Matt comes out from washing dishes in the back room to meet Amanda and I. He and I high-five as fellow cool people do. I see you've met my newest employee. At your service, although I'm only here until Vacant Veil starts their world tour. When's that? Well, we have to put out a record first. Alright, Pablo, now what do we do with customers again? Right, yes. Pablo clears his throat. Hello, good folk of Maple Bay. Can I interest you in a tasty caffeinated beverage? A smashing pumpkin spice latte. Oh my god. Smashing pumpkin spice latte. That's stupid. Please. A classic. And you? Oh goodness, more things. Americano football. Decaf for cutie. Father John Misto. I don't get these. I don't get these at all. I'm gonna say decaf, you know? A decaf for cutie, please. Don't want too much caffeine. Decaf? Sounds like you're settling. I have a very early bedtime that I just can't miss. Oh, The Sound of Settling is a Death Cab for Cutie song, which was the band this was a pun off of. So when I said it sounded like you were settling, I'm gonna stop talking now. He's just like me and I love it. Coming right up. Pablo gets to work making our drinks while Matt observes him. He'll, he'll get the hang of it, for as goofy of a dude as he is. Kid works hard. Hey man, that concert was a lot of fun. We should hang out again. Hell yes. I'm actually going to be done training Pablo in a couple hours and was going to go record shopping. Oh boy, want to come along? Hell yeah I do. Absolutely. Pablo brings us our drinks and Amanda buries herself in her laptop. I spend my time sipping my drink and cracking jokes with Matt. Last time we hung out, he told me that he had trouble hanging out with other people, but for some reason he and I can talk and joke just like old buds. It's weird. I feel really comfortable around him. Once Matt feels comfortable leaving Pablo on his own, I say goodbye to Amanda and we start walking to the record store. Okay, I feel like I'm taking Amanda like everywhere, yet always leaving her to go back home alone. So like, how am I getting home is the question. I mean, of course I'm with all these dads who live in the same cul-de-sac, but like, I don't know. This has happened at least 3 times. Have you ever been here before? No. I mean, we have a we have a record player sitting in the living room, but all I have are 2 copies of Frampton Comes Alive. I adore that album, and that is a great album to have 2 copies of. I actually have one right over there. You can't see where I'm pointing, but oh god, my parents do have a Frampton Comes Alive vinyl. It's so good. I love it. Oh, this should be fun then. We're gonna find you some good stuff. Look, man, if it's from the same era as Frampton Comes Alive, I'm down. The walls of the store are packed with posters, artwork, stickers, and records. A few people mill around, flipping through milk crates of albums. Some indie band is playing through the speakers. It's a nice vibe. So, why do people still buy records? Isn't it kinda outdated at this point? There's a lot of people who will try to tell you that vinyl sounds warmer or more true to the artist's intent, but I really think it's just nice to collect records. Yeah, it's cool that in this day and age we just have about every song ever created available instantaneously on our phones. But there's something about holding an album and getting to see the artwork in your hands that I'll always love. That's why I try to get as many of the records that I love in physical form as possible. You know what? I understand that standpoint, but like, I download all my music off the internet. You know. I remember when we were kids and would have to wait around by the radio with a cassette tape so that we could record our favorite songs. It made each listen really special, and mixtapes were even cooler because of how much work they took. Now you just make a playlist. I think the last time someone gave me a real mixtape was in high school. I look around the multi-level record store and spot some genres: future wave, jungle, anarcho-punk, nunsploitation. I have no idea where to even start. Man, this is a little overwhelming. Here, let me help you find something you might like. If you were a milkshake, what flavor would you be? I mean, if I'm being honest, purple, no, vanilla. If you could only buy one type of candle scent for the rest of your life, what would it be? Daffodil Mountain Spring Camouflage Summer Breeze. Spring Creek Fireball. Power Violence Cherry Blossom. I feel like these are all puns, but I don't. Fireball sounds like intense, you know? What's your favorite ambient sound? Rain, bowling alley. Star Trek bridge ambience, yes! Howls of the Bone Chorus. What's your dream vacation spot? My backyard, inside an active volcano, living off the fat of the land in Ibiza, starting a new life with the Baltics. I'm gonna say volcano. What's your deepest, darkest fear? I worry that people are nice to me only because they want something from me. I fear that I don't deserve happiness and won't ever get it. Oh, goodness. What if nobody exists but me and I fabricated this universe? I've had that thought before. It's weird. Saying you too when the waiter tells you to enjoy your food. That's almost too relatable. I'm gonna do this one. Matt thinks for a moment. Oh, I know just the thing. Matt runs to the other end of the store and returns holding a record behind his back. He shows it to me. This is Dark Night of the Soul by Danger Mouse. This one almost didn't get released, but there are a ton of awesome collabs on it. Super underrated album. I think you'll really enjoy it. Whoa, dude. Thanks for the recommendation. Did the music just change? You're gonna have a great time with it, promise. Matt and I bring our records to the cash register. A young girl with a septum ring and a buzz cut steps behind the counter with one earbud in. Usual stuff today, Matt? Just some light pickups. Matt places 3 albums on the counter. Swear I'm Good at This by Diet Sig, Forever by Mystery Skulls, and Greatest Hits by Remo Drive. Tight. The cashier rings Matt up and hands back his albums in a bag. She stares at me suspiciously. Who's the nerd? Oh goodness. That nerd is my buddy Darnan. Darnan, this beacon of human charm is Molly. I got kicked out of art school for destroying my paintings at the end of every critique. I'll have to tell Amanda not to do that. Lovely to meet you. Anyway, Matt, is the open mic night still on? You know it. Are the Third Waves gonna do a special acoustic performance? I might see if I can get a few of the girls together. There's an open mic night going on? Yeah, dude. We do it every month at the Coffee Spoon. Some amazing talent always comes through. Got a flyer for it right here. You and Amanda should come by that night. Matt blushes. What? I mean, if you're not doing anything. Oh boy, tensions are high. Will Vacant Veil be playing? If only. I finish paying for my record and we head out of the store. Man, what a trip down memory lane. I haven't been in a record shop like that since Vans had shag carpeting. Now that you mention it, isn't it strange to think of all those weird little musical memories? How do you mean? Well, I think music is a very time and place sort of thing. A song is important to me not only in that I think it sounds good, but where I was and what I was doing when I listened to it. I sometimes can relate to that. Not all the time, because like 90% of the time when I'm listening to an album, it's just on my computer, like in the same exact place every time. So I can't relate to that super much. But sometimes, like if I hear it on the radio, I'll remember like where I am. I don't know. There's music that reminds me of exes, of struggling through school, being so poor. Oh my god, I'm choking, man. Of being so poor that I don't know where my next meal was coming from. Oh god, Matt, did you go through times like that? Goodness. I mean, I can relate to the exes and school thing, but like, Jesus. All that stuff. And listening to those songs reminds me of those moments of my life. And I get that. Because like, even the bad moments of your life that songs remind you of, it gives you a nostalgic kind of feeling. Like, especially like, you're not gonna stop liking a song because you started associating it with a girl who like things didn't go so well with, you know. It's like stuff like that. It's just good memories. Yeah, now that I think of it, even the pop concert Amanda made me take her to is special to me. I mean, I'm not really a fan of the band, but hearing their songs on the radio reminds me of how young and excited Amanda was. And then that even reminds me of a younger me going to see my favorite bands in concert with all my friends. We would always go to my friend Cynthia Chapman's house beforehand and smoke pot in her basement like we were so slick. Her parents definitely knew what we were doing. But for some reason never stopped us. Wait, when was the last time you smoked pot? Matt stops and thinks for a minute. I don't like this conversation. It's been decades. Dude, me too. Where do you even get pot now? Is that what the kids call it these days? I don't know. But I bet I could find out. Do you want to get high and listen to our new records? Matt, I love you and I want to romance you, but I gotta say no to drugs. Nah, man, I think I'm good. It's a little juvenile, I guess. Let's just go back to my place and listen to them. Good. Oh, we're at his house and I love it. Matt and I walk back to the cul-de-sac and head into his house. I hope he isn't bummed about the no weed thing. We sit and listen through all the Diet Sig album that Matt bought, which is catchy as hell. I look around the room and see photos of Carmencita growing up. I spot a young woman with a huge smile in one of the pictures with the two. Who's that? Oh, that's Rosa. She was Carmencita's mother. She died when Carmencita was young. I'm sorry to hear that. Amanda lost Alex at a young age, too. I can understand how hard that must have been. I look around again, spotting a framed gig poster hanging on the wall. On it, there's an illustration of Matt and Rosa surrounded by flowers. The cursive lettering reads, "Stillness the Dancing." Looks like they played the Soundgarden over a decade ago. Were you two in a band together? Yeah. That was the reason I was touring so much when I was younger. We traveled the whole country in this rinky-dink little van. It was hard to start, but once we started gaining notoriety and seeing how much our songs meant to the kids, it was just incredible. Wow, that seems like a life some people only dream of. It was, and it was difficult at the same time. I couldn't have done it without someone by my side. Rosa and I knew that we couldn't do it forever. The long hours on the road, missing your family, sleeping in the van, all that stuff. So once she became pregnant with Carmencita, we put down roots in our favorite town to play in, right here. Since she was a kid, Rosa always had a dream to own a quiet little coffee shop. She, died before it opened. I'm so sorry. Don't be. I'm not really sure what to say. I couldn't possibly count the number of times I told people the same thing after Alex died. Matt gets up to flip the record. Next to the turntable, I notice a dusty piano. Do you play? I'm out of practice. I used to jam on the keys back in the day. Oh yeah? I fronted the hottest 7-piece ska band that Eagle Rock Bay High School had to offer. No way, you had a ska phase? Phase. Ska never dies, except for Communist Manifesto, who broke up after the senior talent show to pursue solo careers. Oh goodness. Dude, that's so rad. Matt pulls out the piano bench. Give me some of that two-tone love. Oh man, let's see if I still got it. I sit down at the piano. Go with a classic, stick to your ska roots. Anyways, here's Wonderwall. I'm gonna go with a classic. I start playing Chopsticks. Yay! What a jam! Oh, I got the hearts. Alright, buddy, can you top that? I shouldn't. Oh, come on. No, it's been a long time. He seems like he's hiding something, and I kinda want to drop it, but at the same time, it is never too late to get back into it. Matt, you just sat through a butchered version of Chopsticks, a song that children who are learning the piano usually figure out before they're 10. How much worse can it be? Matt stares at the piano for a second. Okay. I'm, eggplants, yay! Okay. Matt closes his eyes and runs his fingers over the keys. Did I get eggplants with him on the last date? I don't know if I did. He breathes in deep and starts playing a melody. If I didn't know that he hadn't played the piano in a long time, I would have never guessed it. Matt plays a soft, sweet tune filled with emotion. I've never heard this before. Is this one of his original works? This is so cool. Matt finishes the song and finally opens his eyes. How was that? That was amazing. Oh, it's nothing. Come on, man, that was killer. Are you gonna pull that out for open mic night? Oh no, I never play at those. Well, why not? You're really good. I just don't do it anymore. I just don't like being up there and alone and having so many people stare at me. It doesn't feel fun anymore. I can sense that Matt's getting uncomfortable at the thought of it. I won't push him any further. Alright, man, but I hope you know how beautiful your music is. Thanks. Matt and I sit and listen to more records until it gets late and I decide that I need to get to bed. Matt walks me to my door. Night, dude. I smile. Night. I walk inside and the house is dark, save for the sliver of light coming from beneath Amanda's door. I knock lightly on the door and enter Amanda's room. She's sitting at her desk with her camera, editing photos. Hey, Amanda. Amanda swivels around in her chair to face me and slumps down. So, what's up? Dad, I'm hungry. Wait, no. Hi, hungry. No! I'm Dad. Amanda collapses on the floor. Oh, goodness. My dad has done that so many times, and it hurts. It hurts to realize that I am totally gonna do that to my kids. I promised myself I'd never let it come to this. Sorry, kiddo. You set it up, I spike it down. I love Darnan. Darnan is my favorite dad. You're a monster. Want some spaghetti? Yes, please. Amanda and I boil pasta and heat up sauce in a pan. Well, I boil pasta and heat up sauce while Amanda watches. Despite my best efforts, I'm not able to set it on fire. How was record collecting? It was great. Did you know that Matt used to play in a band? No way. Was he good? I don't know if the band was good, but he played some piano for me tonight and it was amazing. He played piano for you? Dude! Yeah, I brought it up that he should play at the open mic night that's happening in this coffee shop, but he got kind of weird about it. Hey, I saw a flyer for that. We should go. It's not too late to start a father-daughter punk band and play a couple tunes there. Yeah, let me break out my glockenspiel. I think I only know hot cross buns, but we can work off the chord progression. Amanda and I have a nice dinner before she goes back to her room to do photography stuff. I end up watching True Life. I'm a house hunter. Something just occurred to me. I don't think I ever did a minigame on my date with Craig. So maybe not all of the dates have minigames. Interesting. Okay, so maybe I was about to say because this was way too short and I never played one, so I thought it like can't end here and have the open mic night be the third date. But maybe it will. I don't know. I don't know if this is gonna include the open mic night or not. Amanda and I have a nice dinner before she goes back to her room to do photography stuff. I end up watching True Life. I'm a house hunter. They're staging an intervention for the house hunter, who is crying uncontrollably over the color of the walls. They know they can paint the walls of their house any color they want, right? Matt's song is stuck in my head all night. Was that it? Oh, that was it. That was a really short one, not gonna lie. A grunge. I don't like the grunge levels being that high. Also, what's 520? Why is that only A? I feel like that should be S because I didn't screw up, but it also seemed like maybe I didn't give the best possible answers for all of them. But I don't know. I'm just happy I did so well on my date with Craig. Oh wow, 2 out of 3 on that achievement, man. We are heating things up. Date 3 is definitely going to be open mic night, but I'm probably going to save that for a few episodes in the future. I want to do a second date with Hugo. I want to do a few other dates with some other dads. You know how it is. Well, it's been a long day. I'm just about ready to pack it in. After a few bites of ice cream from the freezer, I turn off all the lights and walk down the hall to my room. I wonder if Amanda's still awake. That kid needs some sleep. As I pass a room, I can hear a faint sound, but can't quite make out what it is. I get a little closer. Is she crying? Oh, I was afraid of this. I was afraid she'd start crying. Oh god, I'm not okay with this. Oh, I'm happy this is gonna make the episode longer, but like, I'm not okay. I knock gently on the door. Hey, Amanda? The crying immediately stops. Not right now. Her voice sounds strained. She sniffles. I need to make sure she's okay. I open the door. Oh god. In the dark, I can see Amanda's outline in the middle of her bed, knees hugged up against her body. Is everything okay? I don't want to talk about it. I'm pushing this. Did something happen? No, nothing happened. Go away. Something must have happened. Amanda. Get out! Okay. I quickly leave her room and shut the door behind me. Once the door closes, I can hear her crying again. Wow. I want to know what that's about now. Oh my god, I'm not okay. What has her so upset? She seemed fine earlier. She's usually so open with me. Did I do something wrong? Is she mad at me? I guess if she wasn't before, she definitely is now. I can't even remember the last time she snapped at me like that. I have a hard time falling asleep, but when I finally do, I'm still thinking about Amanda. After a long night of very little sleep, I roll out of bed and make myself a pot of coffee. Amanda should be out for school soon. Maybe she'll be willing to talk about whatever's bothering her. About 10 minutes before she's supposed to leave, Amanda comes out of her room and makes a beeline for the freezer. Morning, Amanda. Morning. She drops a frozen waffle into the toaster and slams the freezer door. She won't look at me. Yikes. I don't even know what to say right now, goodness. So, anything big going on at school today? No. She's upset with me, and like, I don't know what I did wrong besides pushing twice. At least I didn't insist that much. Because I know what over pushy parents can be like, but at least I dropped it after asking twice. Do you need a ride to school? No. Want some coffee? Amanda pulls the toaster level up and takes her still freezer burned waffle out before it's finished cooking. I have to go. Amanda picks up her bag and storms out. Oh my god, my heart, guys, it's... Oh, okay. There was a sound effect for the door slamming. I haven't seen her act like this in a long time. It's usually short-lived, but it always hurts. Hopefully this blows over and things are back to normal soon. I sit back at the kitchen table and look at a picture of Amanda and I hanging on a wall. In it, I'm teaching her to ride a bike. Her face is a mixture of excitement and pure, unadulterated fear. I remember how determined she was. Every time she would fall off and scrape her knees, she would get up and try it again. Finally, I had to stop her because she was bleeding everywhere. Then she started to cry because she didn't think she needed bandages and wanted to keep trying. As I put the bike away, she just stood in the middle of the street and screamed. Then I took her for ice cream and it was like nothing ever happened. After giving it a bit of thought, I decide that if I force her to talk about it, I'm only going to make things worse. But I have an idea. I start rummaging around for ingredients. I hear Amanda walk in the door. Instead of heading for the kitchen like she usually does, she makes a beeline to her room. She's clearly trying to avoid me. What did I do? Hey, Pumpkin. What? Can you come here for a sec? There's a moment of silence. Yeah. I wanted to say sorry about last night. I'm just worried about you, kiddo. I get scared when I know something's wrong, and I get even more scared when I feel like I can't do anything about it. Dad, So just whatever it is, and you don't have to tell me if you don't want to, but whatever it is, just know that you have a dad in your corner who wants you to be happy. Honey, you know I'm bad with words, so I was hoping I could speak a language we both understand. Oh, it's food. I pull a cake out of the refrigerator and place it on the table. Hopefully the frosting has set by now. Ta-da! Dad. It took me a really long time because I ran out of red frosting somewhere around sad and had to start over, and that is an awesome cake. Wow. This is beautiful. It really is. Also, her eyes are still puffy, and I hate that. It's strawberry. Amanda gives me a big ol' hug. I grab some plates and forks and serve up some delicious cake. So, it's really stupid. What is it? This whole thing. I know I've been really weird lately, and I don't even know how to explain it. I feel like I might have to make you a chart. I'm listening. Do you want me to take notes? I guess I should start from the top. So you know how Emma R is going to that fancy art school in California, right? Emma R. The one who puked in Death Gotham Beyond. That was her. The best friend. Technically they're both best friends. The other one. Was Emma P the best friend? I think Emma R was the best friend. You got it. Wow, proud of you. Good, okay. Oh, but even just saying the other one for anyone is bad. Anyways, ever since she got the acceptance letter, I've been feeling like she's drifting away, you know? And she's been spending a lot more time with Grace and Emma P. I just thought it was all in my head for a while. But then I found out from Rosie M. that both the Emmas, Grace, and Noah all went to a party at Mackenzie F's on the same night. They all told me they were busy studying for the Calc AB final. Yikes. So, another important piece of information is, God, this is embarrassing. I, have a crush on Noah, and, I knew it from day one, from episode 2. You think I forgot about this? I just edited that the day I'm recording this, so don't even look at me. That's a thing. What? Whoa, I had no idea. I definitely didn't know that. Okay. You're a bad liar. I am. Also, that's a good song. So are you. I learned from the worst. Anyway, so the only person I told about the crush was Emma R, and she promised not to tell anybody. I didn't confront them about the party thing because I didn't want to start drama, so I just keep quiet and keep going about my business. Amanda sighs. And then one day I invite everybody out to get nachos at the mall, and after not texting me back for like 2 hours, even though none of them ever put their phones down for more than 60 seconds, they all say they're busy, like, simultaneously. So I tell them, never mind, I'll just eat nachos at home, right? But we were out of chips and I really, really wanted nachos. Totally understandable. I get it. So I go to the mall anyway. I get to the food court, and who do I see there but Grace, Emma P, Emma R, and Noah, all hanging out together and eating nachos, without me. What? It gets better. I'm standing by the escalators watching them, and I realize that Noah has his arm around Emma R, which is kind of weird, right? I saw that coming. That son of a bitch. I'm gonna give him a stern talking to. Oh boy. And I can relate to that betrayal too, so you know what? Just keep laying it on me. Keep laying on the betrayal. I'm used to it. I've experienced this crap. But then they kiss. That Oh, that is too much. That's too much. No. Yes, I know. So I storm over there and I'm like, hey. And Grace drops a nacho on her shirt because of course she does, and Emma R just, like, glares at me. Grace, nothing is coming up. I don't know who that is. Grace is the... No, okay. Did she poop the bed too? The gossipy one, the boring one. Okay, she dropped a nacho because of course she did. Gossipy one. I know! Thank you! It was predictable because teenage girls, all gossipy, That's not true. Not all of them, just most of them. Grace is the one nobody really likes, or I guess that's me now. But anyway, nobody will say anything, and I'm just like, you guys suck, which I realize is not the most eloquent thing to say, but I was very angry and really embarrassed, and I just wanted to get out of there. So I left, without nachos, might I add, which only further contributed to the shitty day, and immediately drafted a super long text to the group chat asking them why they've been so weird. And I'm not going to point out that she just swore at me, but that's fine. Because you know what? She's talking about her feelings, getting them out, and it's making her feel better. So you know what? This is good. This is progress. And I wrote another one to Emma R. asking how long the Noah thing's been going on, and sorry, I know that's a lot. You still following? What did Emma R. say? I am interested. I'm a little confused, but I think I understand. I have no idea what's happening. I am following this. Ooh, okay, get a load of this. Emma R. says, you know what? Let me just read it to you. Amanda pulls out her phone and reads, word for word, an arduously long string of text messages. Can you believe that? I love that these are my two options. I cannot believe that. I care so much about Amanda's social life and mental well-being, but man, do I not understand what she's talking about. This is all beyond me, but I am trying my hardest to be supportive.
Oh.
They were dating in secret for like months. Huh. Somebody, your best friend, dating a person you sort of like for a long time and keeping it secret from you. I almost feel like this has happened to me before and I can relate to it. Interesting. Keep going. So I told her that she's being a really terrible friend, and she's like, well, if you think I'm so terrible, then just stop being my friend. And I was like, okay. And then she left me on red. And then, wait, left me on red? What's that? Oh, I knew he'd ask that. Goodness. Oh, like, she saw my message and didn't reply, and I know because there are red receipts. I don't know what red receipts are, but I'm just gonna nod and pretend I understand. Oh darn, and you're probably not having a smartphone. My dad still has a flip phone, like, can you imagine that? Even my mother has a smartphone, and she is 3 years older than him. Gotcha. So while this is all happening, I'm talking to Emma P about how mad I am because she's at least being kind of reasonable, and I'm venting to her about how pissed I am at everybody and stuff. And then out of nowhere, Noah texts me and is like, how could you say that about me? And I'm like, say what about you? And this part I can relate to too. And he tells me that Emma P sent screenshots of everything I told her to the group chat that I got kicked out of. This is like word for word almost what happened to me, but of course with different names and different genders, but you know. Alright, I think you lost me at screenshots, but that definitely sounds bad. There's so much more, but honestly, it's all just really stupid teenager stuff. Isn't it all? The bottom line is that everybody dropped me, half my grade hates me, and now I have no friends. Amanda, I'm so sorry. I almost expected it from everybody else, but Emma R's been there since Mom died. I can't believe she would just stab me in the back like that. I'm not even that mad because mad that she's dating Noah. I'm just upset that she lied to me about it for so long. And there's the kicker. Amanda stabs at the remnants of her cake. Okay, I take it back. I'm kinda mad she's dating Noah. Can't relate with that part, I'm sorry. Like, what did I do wrong? Why did everyone just suddenly decide I'm not cool anymore? Why wasn't I enough? I don't understand. And as mad as I am at everybody, like, I miss them, Dad. Amanda looks so dejected I almost can't take it. What could I possibly say to help?
Oh no.
Anyways, that's it. That's the whole sordid tale. Thanks for listening. Tune in next week for more hot gossip. Wow. I know it's pretty dumb. You know what? It's not dumb. No, it's a stupid thing to be upset over. Amanda, your feelings are real. Don't ever be mad at yourself for having feelings. Yes, I guess. Unless you've secretly been a robot who's approximating human feelings this whole time? Dad, if I was a robot, I would have transformed into a monster truck a long, long time ago. Oh, that's definitely my daughter. Ugh. But seriously, I know you probably don't want advice, but I feel like it's my duty as a dad to bestow upon you a few nuggets of fatherly wisdom. Not all friendships last forever. That's dumb. Real friends don't do that. High school sucks. Real friends don't do that. When you get older, you start realizing the sort of people you want to associate yourself with. Do you really want to surround yourself with people who would do something like that to their friend? It takes a lot of work to find and maintain meaningful friendships. It took me a long time to figure that out myself, and I wish I had learned it sooner. If the other person isn't putting the effort in to show you how much they care, it's not worth it. You're not beholden to being their friend. Ultimately, I think this says way more about their character than it does about yours, because you're amazing, and if they can't see that, well, that's their problem. I'll keep that in mind. I looked down at the table. Did we just eat that whole cake? Did we? Yes, we did just eat that whole cake. Well, good talk. Also, her eyes are puffy again. Amanda gets up to go to her room. Before she closes her door, she turns around. Hey, Pops? Yes?
Huh.
Thank you. You are always welcome. Love you, Amanda.
I love you too, Dad.
Audio clips! Oh, that's awesome. Are we getting sent back to the dad book page? I think we are.
You got dads.
That wraps up a thing. So, we could always go on our third and looks like final date with Matt, which will be the open night mic night. But you know what? There's some sexual tension that I feel I need to address with one of the dads. And I think I'm gonna do that next episode. So I'm MattCraft.derp, and I'll see you guys then. Bye bye.